What's up, guys? It's episode 314. Welcome back to the show. Hey, what's up? It's Jacqueline. Welcome back to the show. Hi. What's up? How are you? How's it going? If you're curious, if you want to know how I'm doing right now, let me just flip it on me real quick, because just as a reminder, this show's all about me and my life. So it's good to know. Thanks for letting me know that you're doing well. I can't relate. So what I need to get off my chest and start the episode off with right now is my current state and like the senses that are coming over my body in my environment. Okay. I don't know what to start with first. I've got a exchange happening outside right now, a Pomeranian dog exchange happening. First of all, it's like 8 p.m. on a Sunday night. So my neighbor, I think she's dog sitting a Pomeranian puppy, or she was for like the last week, and I'm hearing that dog right now outside. So annoyed. So this whole first segment is going to be about how I'm annoyed right now. So I'm hearing that. I guess I'll bring up Jimmy. I mean, he's annoying all the time whenever I podcast, because he paces around and he wants me to like play with him while I'm recording. He's being annoying. He keeps giving me toys. Like, Jim, come on set. Come on. Oh, go to YouTube or Spotify to watch right now if you want to see Jimmy. You know what? Like, I normally want you guys to wait. Don't watch me on this episode. Yeah, usually I want you to watch, but I currently have an ingrown hair on my upper lip that's like kind of showing on camera, so maybe don't watch. But if you want to see Jimmy, I'll just cover my lip while I show you him. He's being annoying as fuck. I smell like the Goodwill. That's where I'm gonna go next. Smell. What am I smelling right now? There's a combination of thrift store, burnt chicken. I cooked chicken today and I left it in the oven too long. I was like, oh, I'm gonna walk Jimmy really quick and then come back and take it out. It's black. Okay, I'm smelling burnt chicken. I smell like the Goodwill, and there's a reason for that. I guess I'll tell a quick story. I decided that I'm a content creator, right? Like, I make weekly podcast now, and I need to step my appearance up. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go thrift shopping today and like pick out outfits and like tops I can wear and like new hats to wear and shit. And I'm wearing this Playboy t-shirt that I got and this hat that nothing's washed. Okay, there's a specific, okay, if you know, you know. The girls that get it. Like, I smell like a thrift store right now. I know this is disgusting, and like Jacqueline, like, there's just wash it before you wear it, you know? These are like filthy, and they've been in the thrift store, and who the fuck knows who tried this on before you, blah blah blah. I know. But I wanted to look good today, and I said fuck it, and here we are, and I smell like the Goodwill. And this is embarrassing, but I'm gonna admit it because fuck it, that's what I do here. I watch a lot of podcasts, and like, I don't know, 6 months ago I was watching Impulsive, and Jake Paul was getting interviewed or something. Whatever interview he was on, I was watching it, and I was like, he looks cool. Like, something about, and it was like he was just wearing like a t-shirt, but it looked really cool, and I think like his hat was cool. I don't know, it was like colorful, and like it just looked nice on camera. So as I'm in the Goodwill today, I'm thinking, like, what would Jake Paul wear if he was getting interviewed on a podcast? Because I had that memory. I was like, he just looks expensive, but he's only wearing like a t-shirt and a hat. But like, he just looks, maybe it's his tattoos that help too. I don't know. Fucking I'm just putting you inside my brain. That's what I do here on the show. You know, I'm a female podcast host. I could have my tits out right now. I could have my hair perfectly done, and but whatever. Today I'm channeling Jake Paul. Like, wait, hold on. Let me check in. Am I embarrassed by saying that? No. Should I drop some value right now about why I'm not embarrassed? Because, like, I feel like typically someone would be like I just literally said I was in the Goodwill thrift shopping thinking about what Jake Paul would wear on a podcast. And that's not embarrassing because it's all about having perspective. Should I go there? Should I go here right now? Perspective is everything. Like, fuck, my Spanish teacher in, what was his name? Mr. Sanders, I think. In my sophomore year of high school, he said something that stuck with me about how, like, the only thing that matters is things that make, or no, what did he say? Nothing matters unless you think it matters, or something like that. Like, I don't know. I just don't give, I don't care. Guys, the world's crazy right now. I'm trying to match the world's energy with my choice of words here on the show and what I expose about myself. Like, let's just let's have some fun today. So I smell like the Goodwill. My apartment smells like burnt chicken. The Pomeranian, I think it's done now. It sounds like they're gone. The dog exchange is over. I have eyelash glue. Like, it's like connecting to my bottom lash and it's sticking. That's also annoying right now. Is that it? I feel like there's more annoying things happening. I need to tell you, I wanted to intro this show today. Let me pull up my notes app here. Yeah, I want to tell a story about a security breach. My personal security feels breached right now. My personal, what do I mean by this? Why did I write security breach? So on my note, I'm reading right now. It says security breach, and then the burrito mystery, and then under that, someone ordered me a burrito to my house. Let me tell the story. Okay, so it's Sunday morning. I'm rolling out of bed. I think I woke up at like, no, this happened. No, wait, let me back it up. I get a text from DoorDash. I don't use DoorDash. At like 3:30 a.m. That was like, your DoorDash code is blah, blah, blah. It was like sending me a code. And then it was like something about like an order. And then this makes no sense because I'm like, I don't have the app. This is like a riddle me this story. Like, I get a thing about a DoorDash code, and then I get something about an order, and then I'm like, okay, this is strange. And then I go back to bed, and so through the night, there was a lot of commotion upstairs. My neighbors sound like they were partying, and their dogs are barking, and my neighbor next door, I think she thought my dog was barking, and she was like, on my, sorry, that was really loud. Sorry, Jim. Jimmy's like running away. She was like pounding on the wall because she hates my dog barks, and like, I feel really bad. I mean, I'm just that neighbor. I'm not, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I should probably move. I mean, it's just, in the middle of the night, especially, like, I'm like grabbing his jaw and clamping it when he's barking, because I'm like, you cannot make any noise right now. People are trying to get their beauty sleep. Like, shut the fuck up. I get so annoyed with Jimmy. By the way, let me just put this into the episode real quick. I'm purging. I'm releasing. I have a lot of angst right now. I'm annoyed. A lot of things physically, like I smell weird. Like I'm annoyed. I'm purging it right now. This is going to be a bitch session episode, if you can't tell already. And something I love about podcasting is that after when I finish an episode, I feel lighter. I feel zen. I feel more at peace. I feel like happy, because this is like going into a workout, but it's like a conversation workout with yourself, and you're like getting all the shit out of your head. You're talking it out. And yeah, that's going to be so just buckle up. That's what this episode's going to be about. I also have I should like tell you what else I'm going to talk about. I have a whole thing on my notes app. The Kendrick album I was going to talk about, the Johnny Depp thing, the shooting that happened yesterday, TJMAXX. Okay, anyways, let me get back to the burrito story. So, yeah, it was weird. I got those 2 texts from DoorDash, and then it was like 3 a.m. So I like went back to bed, and then I woke up. Like, while I was opening the door to take Jimmy on his morning walk, there's a plastic bag with a fat ass burrito in it and carne asada fries. And I read the receipt and had my name on it. So is someone fucking with, so first of all, I'm trying to think of the people so I'm like, wait, someone's definitely fucking with me. Like, who knows? So first of all, I don't think anyone really, like, who knows my address? I'm trying to think of all the people in the city that know my address. So yeah, I feel like I'm being, I don't know. It was weird. Like, it said, so my delivery driver, the delivery driver's name, it said Lance. And then the order was for Jacqueline. So yeah, riddle me this. What the fuck's going on? And the burrito was still fucking warm. I grabbed the bag, and I set it inside at first because I was like, oh, this is someone just ordered breakfast. It was like, I don't know, 8 a.m. The burrito was still warm. Like, I like touched the bag. It was like, so I don't know. It was a 3:30 a.m. burrito delivery from Colima's Mexican restaurant here in San Diego to my front door, and I didn't order it. So yeah, that's the first story. That's how I'm starting the episode. First thing I need to update you guys on. I just set it on the so someone like took it. Because I set it on the steps, went on a walk, and then it was gone when I got back. So maybe I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Maybe there's another Jacqueline that lives here, but there isn't. I know my neighbors, and there's not another. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I just feel. I'm a little paranoid, to be honest. What was that? I don't have the DoorDash app. I use Postmates. Anyways, I need to move on. I thought it'd be an interesting story. So this morning I went to the gym, and let me get to my note here about the Kendrick album. So I was like, okay, I'm going to work out to the new Kendrick album because I want to listen to it, right? And what's it called? I don't even know what the album name is. It's like, this is going to be, I feel like I'm going to be talking slow right now. Hold on. Kendrick Lamar. New album is called Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Okay. So I was committed. I walked in the gym this morning. You know, on the way in, it was already playing as I'm putting in my code. I have to like put in my phone number and do my fingerprint to get into the to access the premises to go to the gym. And yeah, it's already playing, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, this is like this is totally Kendrick Lamar. It's very like jazzy, and there's crazy sounds happening in the back. Like I was like listening to the background sounds more than I was the lyrics. And honestly, like I'm on the treadmill. I was just doing a quick run this morning before I got my day started. I didn't want to like lift or anything, and it's like, okay, I'm on the treadmill. I'm still listening to it, and I'm just like I'm impatient. Okay, I walked in the door with the intention to listen to the whole thing start to finish, right? Like every single song all the way through. I really wanted to consume it the right way because I'm a big fan. Okay, I love Kendrick. I feel like I was like, how long has he been gone from? Like he's been off the grid, right? So I was so excited about this album. And yeah, I'm running and I'm getting impatient. Okay, I'm getting real impatient. I'm like, okay. It's hard to run to these songs first of all because they're not really like, they're not like they're not upbeat. They're kind of like, I don't know. They're a little too groovy for me personally. Like while I'm working out, so I'm like, okay, I'm skipping, listening to like 30 seconds, skipping, and I'm like, okay. I know there's gonna be one song on this album that's gonna get me fired up, like the type of song that I can that I can fucking crump to. Okay, like I'm like, there's gotta be one. Where is it? There wasn't one. Okay, there wasn't one. So what do? I go to my Spotify and I play this. Okay, so I played. So I immediately went from Kendrick Lamar to fucking Diddy, Akon, Ludacris, and Lil Jon, Get Buckin' Here, and that was a better song or a better vibe for my workout than Kendrick's new album, which I really enjoyed. I thought it was, I need to actually listen to it all the way through. Maybe I'll do that on a walk. But the part of that Get Buckin' Here song that gets me the most fired up is where Lil Jon's like, put your motherfucking hands up. Put your motherfucking hands up. Like, it's just like such a, like, I think that was a high school. When did that come out? That was like, yeah, high school, like 2000. Let me look it up. Why am I talking about music today? I never talk about music. Get Buckin' Here. Release. Who's bored? 2007. I was in 7th grade. Lyrics. Oh, I was going to mention a lyric in one of Kendrick's songs, the N95 song that I related to a lot. I wrote it down in my notes. I'm like running and writing this on my notes app. Get Buckin' Here lyrics. Trying to get more comfortable with the silence today. That's a goal. That was an intention when I pressed record. I didn't tell you in the beginning, but I think I talk really fast normally, and I'm a motor mouth. So, okay, Luda, let's go. She can make it clap like a standing ovation. Spin like my record at your radio station. Okay, no, that's not the part. Yeah, here we go. Let's go. Ha ha ha. Y'all ain't ready. Get your motherfucking hands up. Hey. Ayo. Get your motherfucking hands up. Now get. Oh, yeah. It's the part where he's like, now get buck in this bitch. Buck in this bitch. Buck in this bitch. Buck in this bitch. That's the. If you're having a bad day, just skip to like, I don't know, 2.5 minutes into this song and listen to Lil Jon. That's like all you need to get hyped up and feel like life is going to be okay. Yeah, this is like, if I was, yeah, I have a, when I listen to music, like, especially when I'm working out, I just need to feel fired the fuck up. I need to feel like, that's why I like hard rap. It's like, it's the only thing that makes me, that gets me there. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like, again, I keep saying, the girls that get it. It's like, yeah, I can't listen to like jazz. Like, I mean, Kendrick's amazing, right? But not for the working out. Oh, the N95 lyric that I really liked is he goes, because I thought of something I've talked about on the podcast after I heard this. He says, "What the fuck is cancel culture?" in that song. And I remember saying like episode 3, I don't even know, like literally from the jump, I was like, okay, my whole thing is like, be the change you want to see in the world. Okay. Yeah. Do that. And I don't want to live in a world where people are canceled because of what they say and how they think. And I'm all about like facing cancel culture head on and not giving a fuck and like letting my gums flap and fly and like saying whatever I want, exercising my right to free speech, because I think it's like, that's the kind of world I want to live in. I want to hear it all. I want to hear everyone's perspective. I want there to be, like a diverse mix of ideas flying around in conversation. And so, yeah, that's something that when he said, "What the fuck is cancel culture?" Like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's just like a buzzword thing, cancel culture. Like, yeah, people have been quote unquote canceled, but I would never get like, you can never, I know people are like, oh, you're at like, some people are at a level where they can't get canceled. They're like above that. Like they're too, what's the word? Uncancelable. Like literally, I'm like, I'm never gonna like bow down or like bend over and just say, oh yeah, okay, I'll like go dark off the internet now because people hate me for something I said. Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. And so, yeah, be the change you want to see in the world. I don't want to live in a world where people are canceled for their thoughts and ideas and opinions. Period, end of story. Shout out Kendrick Lamar for making great music. I'll put in all the all the listening hours on a morning walk and not on a morning run, because moving on, let's talk about TJMAXX. So I went to TJMAXX yesterday with the intention to buy candles and only candles. And of course that didn't happen. I walked out of the store like an hour and a half later, and I mean, I got a fucking toilet brush. Okay, I got a fucking, what else did I get? I bought containers for my fridge, like to organize my condiments. Okay, I got like, what else? I got so much random shit. But here's what I want to say about going to TJMAXX. It gets exponentially worse the longer you're there. Like at first it's all, you're hyped up, you're excited. Oh my gosh, you just want to look at everything, touch everything, smell everything, like try everything on. Everything's fun and like just stimulating, right? The experience is great. You're like firing on all cylinders. I'm happy. It's like, this is my ultimate, like, if just for retail therapy, like going to TJMAXX is perfect because it has everything, right? You can like shop for clothes, you can shop for makeup, you can shop for home supplies, you can shop for car things, dog toys, shoes, like everything. It has everything. Jewelry, bags, food. Oh my fuck. So the food aisle. Oh my God, the food aisle. I got cayenne pepper. I forgot to mention that. I got cayenne pepper. I was out of it. $2.99. It was a great price. I bought it. It was organic, and I was like, let's fucking go. So at first, yeah, like the first like 30 minutes you're there, everything's great, and then I get like, it's almost like I can't stop myself from like I was in the clothes and I'm like flipping through every single fucking pair of shorts. And like every size. I'm a size small, medium. Sometimes I can be a large depending, well, short, whatever. This ass is so fat right now. I'm on week 6 of a glute training program. Fucking Jacqueline. I'm like, so, but I'm like, I can't stop myself. Like I'm looking through everything and then I'm like OCD. I'm like, I have to see every pair of shorts on this rack. And then I'm like, oh my God, I want to look at all the sports bras. And then I'm like, oh my God, there's swim here. I need to look at swimsuits. And it's like, oh my God, dresses. I want new spring and summer dresses. So then it's just like, I'm going against it's like I'm like exerting myself past the point of exhaustion. Like the stimulation, it's all about like this, it's like I'm overly stimulated by how much there is to see and like it just, yeah, I'm like pushing myself past that point, and by the time I get to the fucking checkout, I'm still shopping. Oh my God, I'm in that long checkout line, and there's like, you know, it's like I was there at night. It was like 8 p.m. 20 people in line. It's gonna take forever, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to look at the mugs. Throwing a mug, and so then I'm throwing a mug in the cart. Oh, nail polish? They didn't have that anywhere else in the store. Now I'm getting lilac nail polish because I don't have lilac nail polish. And then it's like, oh, socks? I forgot to look at socks. I need a new pair of, you know, Nike socks. Throw those in. It's just like I kept going until the end. Then I had a fucking breakdown. Okay. Then I get to the snack part and I'm like, oh, Snap Pea Crisps, ranch flavored. Fuck yeah, let's go. I'm gonna eat those on the car ride home. And I made eye contact with a Coke Zero in the cooler thing, the fridge. And that's kind of like my thing with TJMAXX. I love ending the shopping trip with a jar of Diet Coke. What am I saying? A bottle. They do bottles, not cans. This is what the fuck am I saying? I like to get a Diet Coke at the end of it and drink it on the way home. But like by the time I'm like in that checkout aisle and I'm still shopping, it's just like my body is so tired, my eyes hurt. I'm just like, get me the fuck out of here. I don't even know what I bought. I didn't take like a second to look at my cart or like check where's my receipt? It's not that long. Wow. It's actually not that impressive. There's my receipt. It doesn't even have the items listed on here. Oh, that was for the toilet brush. Wait, there's like another receipt probably over there. I had to get the toilet brush separately because it didn't have a price tag on it, and they had to like call the back room and ask what it should be priced at. $7.99. Not bad. So yeah, I went to TJMAXX yesterday, and I guess I want to talk about shopping in general now. Yeah, let me talk about shopping now. So I guess I'll start by saying that I'm a changed woman. Okay, I don't know when this happened, but I hate stores. I hate walking in a store. Amazon has me. They got me. Okay, they got me good. I'm just like, I get more excitement. I know I mentioned the excitement of walking into TJMAXX for like that first 30 minutes where you're just like, oh my God, I want to like touch everything and look at everything, and oh my God, everything's like colorful and exciting and fun, and oh my God, there's so many little trinkets to look at, and you know, it's like, okay, I know I just said that, but you want to know what a better shopping feeling is than that? For me personally, this is just my experience. For some reason, I'll pop a melatonin at like, I don't know, 8 p.m. I'll wind down for the night. I'll get ready for bed. And I'll pop on the TV, kick my feet up. I'll play a show or a YouTube video of, I don't know, some Vogue shit. They posted it about the Met, someone getting ready. I don't even know. I'll play some YouTube. Maybe I'll scroll Instagram for a little bit, watch some TikToks. And then I'll get that feeling in my body like, okay, I'm exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open anymore. It's time for bed. Okay, put your phone down, turn the TV off. You're extremely tired, like go to bed. So for some reason, once that feeling comes over my body, when that feeling hits, the intrusive thoughts about what I need to purchase and what I don't have in my home, like, like my brain is like, take it, like, okay, I get tired, time for bed, turn the TV off, shut your phone off. Okay. And then my brain, the last thing my brain does every night is it scans the inventory in my home, room by room, closet, like everything I own in my closet. And then I'm tired of shit. And then I'm like, okay, I need to go to Amazon right now. And I'm thinking about what I need. I'm thinking about what I want to buy. And then I force myself past, speaking of forcing myself past the point of exhaustion at TJMAXX while I'm looking through every pair of fucking shorts. Okay, speaking of that, I do the same shit on Amazon, like while I'm dog tired at the end of the night. But then I'm like in it and I'm like, I'm so tired, but I can't stop looking at things. I'm like, I can't stop adding things to my cart. I can't stop buying now. I can't stop. Like, that's when I love shopping. And I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's a rush. I feel like it's that instant, it's like that satisfaction of just, it's like, oh, fuck it, I'm so tired. I'm just going to buy it. Buy now. Is that a shopping addiction? Is that a compulsive? It's not good, is it? I'm just being honest. Like, that's when I love shopping. It's like right before bed. Buying shit I don't need on Amazon. Well, sometimes I need it. Like, what was it the other day? It's like, that was a good purchase. Windex. Okay. Melatonin told me, Jacqueline, okay, you're tired. It's time to sleep. And by the way, I don't know. I'm mentioning melatonin a lot here. I rely on it right now, currently in this period of my life. Taking 5 milligrams a night. And I sleep so well when I take it. So I shouldn't feel bad about that. I shouldn't even, why does that, it's not a big deal. People take melatonin. Jacqueline's fine. But it kind of makes me feel like loopy, like kind of like weird right before bed. I don't know how to explain it. Literally, it's an edible without the high. Like the feeling, that heavy, tired feeling you get after you take an edible, and like, you know, you go through the head high or the body high or whatever, and then like the last part of taking an edible, in my experience, is like the tired, like hit the pavement, like you're just immobile, like you just need to sleep. That feeling is, yeah, the same feeling I get with melatonin minus the highs. So Jesus Christ, what is this episode? So yeah, online shopping, buying shit I don't need on Amazon. I prefer that. While I'm extremely tired right before bed, I prefer that than walking into a fucking store. And with these gas prices, like, it's not worth wasting gas, you know? I live in California. I'm getting like 20 to the gallon. I love my car. Oh my God. I just love how people comment about my car. And I love saying I love my car because I feel like it throws them off. Like, at this point, buying a car is not a good investment unless it's a Cybertruck. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, if it's not a Cybertruck, it's a waste of money. Like, I want to buy the next car I buy. I want it to be like, yeah. What am I saying? Fucking Cybertruck. Yes, I want a Tesla, but also everyone has a Tesla. Like, how badass would it be if I rolled up in a Cybertruck? I feel like those are 10 years away. Or like, I don't even, like, when is the Cybertruck rolling out? So, shopping. Buying shit I don't need on Amazon. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, walking into stores is not it. It's just not. And I hate running errands, and like, you know, the most I'll do now is like I'll go to UPS to return something, or I'll go to like the grocery store, because I do love grocery shopping. That's about it. But yeah, going to the mall and shopping, fuck that. Online shopping is I'm a changed woman. Yeah, I don't enjoy stores anymore. Now the thrift store, I mean, that's where it all started. Okay, that really makes me feel like I'm getting back to my roots, because when I grew up, we thrift shopped for everything as a family. Yeah, we were a thrift shop household. And I remember it was always like the jackpot if you found a fucking Hollister t-shirt, or like an American Eagle t-shirt, or an Abercrombie t-shirt while you were flipping through the rack. Because you're like, oh, I'm getting this for $2. Back in the day, things at the thrift store were like under $5. I'm getting this for $2, and my besties are over there blowing their money on $40 graphic tees at Hollister. Like, I don't know. That it probably was like really pilled and like worn out, but I still bought it. I actually had a thought today while I was looking for apparel to wear on the podcast at Goodwill. I flipped through a Hollister t-shirt. It was like a buttery yellow Hollister t-shirt, and I had a thought. I was like, do I buy this? Like, would that be cool to wear? Like, would that make me would that be like trendy right now? I don't know. So, do you want to get more serious with me right now? Should we talk about I really don't want to mention the shooting that happened yesterday. All I saw was a text from my brother that said, this is the only reason I know about it. He's like, oh, I watched the shooting footage yesterday, pretty awful. Then he's like, it'll be hard to remove the footage, might spark the next person's interest, just a never-ending cycle. Yeah, so in the group text, or the family group text, my brother said that today, so that's the only reason I know about it. But shooting, Buffalo, New York. Let me just pull up the headlines. Just to 10 killed in mass shooting at Buffalo supermarket. 3 wounded. So, I guess my only commentary on this is, I get so fucking pissed off whenever there's a shooting reported, because I believe that the media made shootings a thing, mass shootings a thing, and planted seeds in a lot of psychologically deranged, sick minds out there that, just walk into a building and shoot the place up if you want to, get on the, I don't even know why, what's the reason for it? I don't even know. Just get your rage out that way. It was like, hey, here's an idea for you. And that's what the media has done over the last, I don't know, it feels like 20 years of this has been, right? When did Columbine happen? Yeah, it's been a long time. These shootings are it's same shit, different year. And I remember making a YouTube video about this, back when I dipped my toes in YouTube vlogging. Yeah, and I bitched a lot about the media, and this was back in, I think, 2014, 15, 16-ish. Because I think that's when things started shifting, where I was in my brain at least, where I was yeah, it's fucked. that's when I mentioned it's fucked, meaning like how they report shootings and how they, you know, just like every single fucking day, like for a month after it happens, they're reporting on it. They're showing the shooter's picture. They're talking about it around the fucking clock. It's like, like what I don't know. I have this like idea in my head that's like, okay, what would the outcome be if they never reported these mass shootings? Like, what would they be as frequent? Would they happen at all? Like, because I remember, you know, talking to my mom about mass shootings, school shootings, and, you know, she's like, yeah, when I was your age, like, or back when I was younger, this never happened, which was true. It never happened. And now it's like, yeah, same shit, different year. It's like a nonstop thing. And I feel like it's kind of been a while, but I also think that has to do with like COVID. Ew. Yeah, I remember I was listening to, it's interesting because I was thinking about this like a week ago. I don't know when this podcast came out. Andrew Schultz's Flagrant 2 podcast. I was listening to it, and he had mentioned something like this about how the media has kind of made it a thing. And I don't hear that talked about a lot. I don't hear a lot of people mention it. I mean, like mass shootings have, but it's, so he mentioned this, and I don't know what it was regarding, but now this mass shooting happened. Just the timing is interesting because I recently had, you know, I thought about it, and it's horrible. Like, I mean, 10 people, this is just in a grocery store. Like, they said it was a racist hate crime. I don't want to, this is like not a fun way to, I mean, sometimes I talk about the news on here, but the suspect was identified as, I'm not going to say his name, a rifle-toting 18-year-old who allegedly wrote a white supremacist manifesto online, traveled about 200 miles to the store, and live streamed the attack. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm good. All I know is 10 people got shot up in a supermarket, and it was allegedly, or whatever, a racist hate crime. And it's terrible. It's sad. Am I going to deep dive and watch the videos of it? Fuck no. I remember on that old YouTube video, speaking of that video I posted back in the day, like a vlog or something, and I just remember bitching about the media, because you have to understand, I wanted to be a news reporter. I was going to college, Washington State University, and I was the career path, or whatever the degree path within communication I wanted to take was broadcasting. And I ended up switching to PR. But yeah, I think I talked a lot about, I just like my thoughts on how fucked up the media was and how it started. That's like when it started shifting. And yeah, and then I was like, I don't want to be a part of this. It doesn't align with me. And so I was like, I'm not going to be a talking head and read a teleprompter and like, I don't know. I just, anyways. So, moving on, let's get even more serious. So prior to starting the episode, I was like, what have I not talked about in a while? Like, what's something, because I have this document here. It's like, I don't know. Let me see how many pages. I have a 50-page document that I put together, like, I think it was like end of 2019, of like every note in my notes app I've ever written, like every piece of writing I've ever written, like of just like thoughts and stuff and ideas and sometimes I like wrote like tweets I wanted to tweet. Like literally I have like a list of words I liked. And yeah, and it's called JM brand copy. I don't know. This is the reason. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna like rebrand in 2020. So this is the end of 2019. I didn't go on social media for like 2 months, and I just like sat on my laptop all day and compiled. And I did like a personal like, I like audited myself, and I like took a look at like everything I've posted on the internet for like the last 5 to 10 years. And I was like, okay, I want this to like I want to like brand myself, and I want to like make sense of myself here, and like put it all in one place. And yeah, and then I was like, oh, in 2020 I'm gonna like pop off and rebrand. I bleached my hair blonde on like January 6th. Wait, when did they storm the Capitol? Was that 2021? Yeah. Yeah, bleached my hair blonde. I got depressed. I gained 25 pounds, and life went to shit. And the pandemic dropped in March. And so that was my rebrand. And then I started podcasting in September that year. So it all worked out. But, and here we are, 314 episodes later. But yeah, I wrote a lot of things down. So I thought maybe it'd be fun to mention. This episode feels so boring. Like, okay, it is what you know what? We're just hanging out. We're chilling. It is whatever. I just feel like maybe my energy's low because it's the end of the day. When do I feel the most excited / alive? Oh, this is something I wrote recently after 2019, obviously. When do I feel the most excited / alive? Podcasting. Feeling hot. Going out. LOL. Traveling to new cities. There's something to that. I will say, feeling hot and going out. Like, nothing makes me feel more excited and like alive than when I'm like playing music, getting ready, like doing my hair, putting on my cute outfit, like putting my heels on, doing my makeup, like, you know, drinking a little something and like getting in an Uber and like walking into some place and just like feeling myself. Like, that's my favorite fucking feeling ever. And like one of them. So yeah. Like, that's when you just feel, especially like if you're like, I don't know. I just love that. I just feel so excited and hyped, and it's like the weekend or whatever, you know, it's like you're on a trip, or you're like in Vegas at a super nice club, and you're just like, I've never felt cooler and hotter, and like, yeah, I don't know. Is that super like narcissistic? I feel like this whole fucking show is, or self-indulgent, like it's all about me. And then like I'm saying, when do I feel the most excited / alive? Like literally when I walk into a fucking room and I look hot, and I feel like I look hot. And there's alcohol on board, and I'm like, and there's like music blasting, and there's like strangers to mingle with and to like vibe with. Like, fuck it. You know what? That's why people party. That's why people like to, that's like, it's fun. It's part of life. And I enjoy those moments. And yeah, whatever. I'm in my 20s. Let me fucking live. When do I feel the most excited alive? Podcasting, feeling hot, going out, LOL, traveling to new cities. Oh my God. I cannot read the next one. I cannot read the next one. Okay, this is some dumb shit I wrote when I first started podcasting, when I was overcompensating for my lack of confidence and self-esteem by like, I feel like every episode I was constantly like, I'm going to the top of the charts, I'm drowning out these hoes who are doing it once a week, I'm doing it 7 days a week, like I'm gonna be the future female Howard Stern. Like, I said all this crazy shit. I was just like popping off like, I think like the first 50 episodes were like that. And I probably wrote this at the time. I want to be I wrote I want to be a treasure / America's sweetheart. Underneath that, why not? LOL. Like, who's America's sweetheart right now? Kim? Like, back in the day, the America's sweetheart was like, would that be like Marilyn? I don't know. No, like, I feel like it was always like an actress or someone, like Audrey Hepburn or no, Shirley Temple. Like, I don't know, like America's sweetheart. There's something about like being America's sweetheart I thought was a good idea or something fun to be like known as America's sweetheart. Like right now, who the fuck is America? Who's America? Emma Chamberlain. Honestly, she gets that. She gets that title. Emma Chamberlain. She's America's sweetheart. Yeah. Oh yeah. She 100%. Yeah. The fact I wrote that. Let's bow your heads right now. Join me in a moment of silence. God, you gotta be shameless though. When you're a content creator and you're trying to like, and you put yourself out there, you gotta be shameless. Sometimes I'm like, I just like can't believe myself. So whatever. I wrote, how can I solve someone's problems with my podcast? I mean, I established this, or I made peace with the fact that, like super early on, that I'm not an educator. I don't know a lot about any one topic to create an entire podcast about it. like you don't come here to learn about business and like crypto, and like you don't come here to learn about psychology or whatever. Like this podcast is my podcast description. I literally just made this up like day one. I was like, okay, what is my podcast about? It's a podcast by me for you. Okay, well, that's it. This is a phone call. This is you coming over to my apartment, sitting on my couch with me at 8:44 p.m. on a Sunday, and we're just hanging out. And there's no purpose here other than like sharing my like by sharing my intention is because I know what it's like to be on the receiving end of a podcast and what it's like to listen to one and what kind of feeling comes over my body when I listen to podcasts. So my intention is to be that for you and to like give you a sense of like comfort and like I don't know who's calling me right now. Oh, like yeah, just to be like I'm just another girl on the internet, being your internet bestie, putting herself out there, just talking to you. Because in my darkest days, when I was going through it the worst, the podcasts I turned to were the nonsense podcasts, were the podcasts where it was just like someone talking about their life and just like chilling on the microphone. Because it wasn't serious. They weren't like sometimes when you're in your darkest days, you don't want to sit and listen to like self-help shit. You don't want to sit and listen to someone teach you about entrepreneurship. You don't want to sit there and listen to someone talk about cleaning up your diet or whatever. Like you just want to sit and listen to someone like talk about their fucking the Goodwill scent perfuming off of their t-shirt they're wearing while they're recording the episode, and the burnt chicken in their oven, and their what else is going on? Their TJMAXX escapades and their fucking I don't know. So yeah, that's my intention. That's my why. Why I want to be an internet. I want to be your friend. I want to be your podcast bestie. And it's a win-win because, like I said in the beginning, this was kind of a bitch session episode. This is a win for me. It helped. I mean, like, yes, this is a podcast by me for you. It's for you. But at this, I always take something away from this, or I always, where am I going? I learn more about myself after I record. I feel like it's like personal therapy. It's like a release. It's a purge. Getting everything out of my head. All the clutter and all the wild things I think about. Like, I get it out, and it's yeah. And in all seriousness, like, this is my passion. This is my calling or whatever. Like, it's nothing makes me feel more alive than podcasting. Nothing makes me feel more free than podcasting. Nothing makes me feel more at home with myself than podcasting. So I get to do this. I get to share it with you, and hopefully, yeah, you get some sort of, like, you probably go, oh, I can relate to her in some way. I'm not alone. Okay, that's amen. Wonderful. That's what. If I can just, if that's all this is, then great. Because I went most of my teens and 20s feeling like a outcast, feeling like I didn't belong anywhere, I didn't fit in. And then whenever I listened to a podcast, I was like, oh, these are my people that I feel like I can relate to them, and they think like me, they talk like me, they act like me, they joke like me, they have dark humor like me, and they've had past life experiences like me that I can relate to. It's the best. So, okay, cool. What was the thing I wrote? How can I solve someone's problems with my podcast? There you go. That's I kind of want to segue into something else, that I wrote, because there's two things here. So someone said to me a couple days ago, they're like, because we were talking about my podcast, and they were like, oh, I know deep down you want to be famous. That was like the first part of this. So I want to hit that home. And then I also want to talk about how does this connect? Oh, self-perception. Self-perception is the end of this, which will segue into the famous thing. Okay. So then I'll start with this about something a stranger said to me when I was 7. Okay. So I'm still in that document, by the way, my 2019 compilation of everything I've ever written. I don't know when I wrote this, but here we go. I wrote, when I was 7, a stranger said to me, don't ask yourself, what do I want to be when I grow up? Ask yourself, how do I want to live? And that stuck with me. I've never had a specific career goal to achieve. My focus has always been quality of life. When I wake up, how do I live? I prioritize people, living environment, daily routines, sunshine, leisure, hobbies, etc., over chasing a big career. Whatever makes me happy, I do that. My life isn't for show. This is kind of deep. When I get a title slapped next to my name at a job, it doesn't empower me because that title has no value or importance to who I am. It honestly alienates me from myself at first because all of a sudden I have to posture up and morph Jacqueline with that title. Obviously, titles are just positions on a societal measuring stick people use to judge each other and themselves with. So put me at the bottom. I genuinely don't care. I've picked up garbage on the side of the freeway and I've worked with celebrities. I've been the janitor and the right-hand woman. I know what it's like to be covered in actual horse shit. I've given speeches to people from all over the world. Life is about nuance, the transitions. How do I live? Comfortably and satisfied, or endlessly disconnected from myself and striving outward for more? I know how to live both very well. It's possible for me to be equally excited about the high life and the humble life because of two words: self-perception. Meaning the idea that you have about the type of person you are, which is often different than the way other people see you. It's kind of the end of that. Then I want to go into someone said to me 2 days ago that deep down they think I want to be famous. Yeah, like self-perception. Like, it doesn't matter what my title is or where I'm, like I know who I am. I know, how do I explain this? How I perceive myself. Like, yeah, what was I saying earlier? Like, I've never strived, or I've never had a specific career goal to achieve. Yeah, like, I don't do things because it'll look good to other people in society. I don't do things because, like, oh, like, if I do, for example, like, this is no shade or anything to, like, a doctor, for example, or a lawyer. My sister's literally a lawyer. Like, this is nothing, this is just an example. Like, it's not like I was, okay, how do I say this? Like, oh, if I go to college and get my med degree and go to medical school to become a anesthesiologist, like, oh, that's like a good job. Like, society will regard me as like a successful person who has they are contributing to society in a meaningful way and an important way, because we need anesthesiologists, and that will, like, whatever. What am I trying to say? Like, I never set out with intentions career-wise to, like, oh, like, that would be a good job, and that will look good, and that will, like, pay well, and that, like, none of that. I just, honestly, that's why I've been, like, a lost little puppy for most of my 20s. Like, dabbling in a lot of things and, like, doing random jobs, and it's because I never was, like, committed to any one thing, and I never saw myself as like a doctor or a lawyer or like a teacher, or I never really knew what that thing was going to be. It wasn't like so podcasting is that now. So when the stars aligned on September 4th, 2020, when I recorded my first episode, I think a lot of people have that, maybe younger, like pre-college, and they're like, oh, I want to be a doctor 100%. Like, I'm retiring as a surgeon, or like they have that, but so I always felt like, oh, I never had that happen until I started podcasting. So anyways, yeah, what was I saying about self-perception? The idea that you have about the type of person you are. I'm equally excited about the high life and the humble life because two words help. I don't know whatever. It just sounded good when I think when I wrote it. Okay. So moving on to the conversation I had with someone a couple days ago, where they're like, oh, I know deep down you want to be famous. Let me address this. So I want freedom, not fame. Okay? There's a big difference there for me. Like, freedom is, in my brain, Like, being rewarded for being myself, like doing my podcast and getting financially compensated for it, and like that's freedom, because nothing makes me feel more free than podcasting. Like, that's why I podcast. It literally feels like flying. It feels like it's a rush, because I'm creative. My brain's very, it's like I have a very creative brain, and having to come up with entertaining things on the fly for an entire episode is, it's like an adrenaline rush. It's like a sport, and I'm a conversation athlete, and I have to, I love it. Okay. It's my passion. Like, this feels like, this is freedom to me. And yeah, so when they're like, oh, I know deep down you want to be famous, you know, I've been saying from day one, I'm never going to put gasoline on this. I'm never going to stoke the fire and chase the industry and like try to blow this up, because this is my passion. This is my hobby. I love doing it. And I have this, my dream or my vision for it is that it happens naturally, and I don't try, and I don't put that desperate energy into it that's like, I just want to be seen and heard, and I just want people to know about my show, and I want everyone to follow me and like and review the show and like share it, and I just want to be on every other podcast and get interviewed. I just want, like, that is desperate energy, and like that's not like, it doesn't feel good. I'm very like I'm all about like, how do I feel when I do something? And the best feeling ever for me as a content creator is posting this once a week now and letting it happen, because it feels so good. Like, I have no expectations, I guess. And I think now a lot of people approach content creation and podcasting like a business, which, you know, it's legit. It's a legitimate way to earn a living. Like, I see why people do that. But I forgot to mention the other annoying thing, because my toes are about to fall off right now. This is totally segue tangent, but I have toe separators in right now. They're stinging my toes. It's good to spread your toes out and keep that. It helps like blood circulation down there. I don't know. I'm taking them off right now. Earlier though, like while I started the episode, they were hurting, and that was annoying me, but I forgot to mention it as one of the annoying things I listed. Yeah, like a lot of times, it's like it's like nowadays, speaking of fame, like it's not special or rare or interesting or unique or cool. It's just like everyone seems like that's a lot of people's goals. It's like their goal for themselves, or like followers. Like, I just want people to know me and like follow me and see me and hear me and It's just like, I just like the idea of that. If that happens, it happens, cool, but I didn't try. Does that make sense? I would feel better. Here's the thing. If I was like, how do I explain this? I'm not trying to do that. I don't want to try to do that. It's not my goal. My goal is to podcast and stay true to myself and have weekly, raw, authentic, vulnerable conversations with whoever the fuck wants to listen to this, and like, grow as a person along the way, and maybe I gain followers along the way, maybe I rise to the top of the charts along the way or whatever, but the main goal is to, like I mentioned earlier, provide a piece of audio or video, however you watch this. Don't watch today. Got the ingrown hair on my upper lip, shining bright in these lights right now on camera. So it's to provide that it's to be be a person on the internet for you to listen to and hang out with once a week that makes you feel okay. It makes you feel just feel better. Like you can just like escape from the bullshit of life, and you can just chill and have like a friend, and you know. So, I'm not trying to change the world here, or like reinvent the wheel or anything. It's just, yeah, but it's gross. Like this how everyone's like famous now for random shit is so like weird, and I don't really, it's not interesting to me. It's not exciting to me. So yeah, when this person's like, I know deep beyond, like, I understand why people might have that perception of me, or like, oh, you really like, like you literally have a self-titled podcast, the Jacqueline Monroe Show, and like, obviously you're trying to be somebody and trying to do something and like get famous from that, like, obviously. But I'm just following the footsteps of my elders, the people that paved the way before me and showed me that it was possible to, or it is possible to be yourself and get rewarded for it. You know, all these other podcast hosts that do the same thing I'm doing, like, they're the example that I'm following in their footsteps. Yeah, I just want to be like them. I want to be friends with them. I want to hang out with them. Like I said earlier, like, when I felt like a outcast and like a loser, and like I didn't really know who my people were, or like couldn't find my people, the podcast hosts out there were the ones that made me feel like I wasn't alone. So that's what I'm trying to do here. This is long-winded. So, okay, cool. I feel like there's always a point in the episode where I get deep like that and I get all serious. So now that that's over, there's a couple ways we could end the show here. Couple fun ways. I'm reading, I have like, how many tweets here? 56 tweet drafts on this document. I could read some of the ones I think are funny. Because I used to tweet a lot, like one-liners, just like random little jokes. I think you all know, maybe people that have listened for a while know that I dipped off Twitter when they banned Trump because of the principle. Not because I'm obsessed with Trump, even though I think he's honestly one of the sexiest men alive. So. Yeah, I deleted my Twitter when they banned Trump because of the principle. And because it's fucking stupid that they did that. And that's actually my Hinge bio. Or it was for a while. I think it still is. What's your most controversial opinion is the prompt. And this always gets a lot of responses. Actually, my ex-boyfriend now, he responded to it. And he said, you must have daddy issues. Which is true. The prompt is, what's your most controversial opinion? And I wrote, Donald Trump is so, with like 6 O's, so sexy, period. Gets them intrigued or interested, or they make them laugh. So yeah, I could read these, or, you know, I have BuzzFeed pulled up here. Sometimes like ending with a food quiz. I'm actually so hungry. I haven't eaten since I had a can of tuna. Oh my God. Disgusting. Like, I was shopping. I was at the thrift store. I was so fucking hungry. I came home and I cracked open a can of tuna, and I ate that at like 1 p.m. Before that, I had a protein shake and coffee, and that was it. So it's been a long time. It's 9 p.m. right now on a Sunday night. Do I have the Sunday scaries? Am I stressed out about work tomorrow? Absolutely. I'm trying not to think about it, and I'm trying to remember that I do a good job. I'm good at what I do, and I don't have anything to stress about, but I feel like I'm hitting the 11th hour here, or this podcast is backing up to the end of the day, and I'm freaking out a little bit, but I am hungry. So I do have burnt chicken to pick the black crust off to eat, because we currently have a food shortage, and chicken is, do we have a chicken shortage? And how dare I throw that away? Okay, so I'll be picking the burnt, blackened bits of char off my chicken in like 15 minutes here. I'm gonna combine that with some brown rice that's in a pot on the stove that I prepped earlier, and just going full bro. We're gonna do broccoli on the side. So I'm hungry. The point of me saying this is I'm hungry. We're gonna do a BuzzFeed quiz about food here, and end the show. Oh my god, the burrito this morning. Like, what the fuck? I always like when you guys DM me about the show. What do you make of that? Like, who knows my address? How would they be able? How could someone like order me food to my door? The only way they would, they'd have to know my address. So I'm like, not a lot of people know my address. It's a little creepy. Answer these 10 questions will reveal which grocery store you're most like. Let's do it. I love grocery stores. How often do you go to the grocery store? Once a week, once a month. It depends on my needs. Every other week, once a week. Do you shop with a cart or a basket? Cart. This is stupid as fuck. I thought this might be fun. Like, the questions were fun, weren't like grocery related. Whatever. What kind of bag do you use to carry your groceries home? Okay, it depends on the store. Like, paper bags, obviously at Trader Joe's. I quit bringing my own bags. I pay for the... I just don't... I don't enjoy walking in... Oh, this is so... Like, Jacqueline, like, do you give a fuck about the planet? Like, come on. Do better. Like, I don't know why. I just don't like crinkling them up in a little ball and walking into the store and, like, they're all stuffed together and just, like, putting them in the cart. It's just, like, I don't know. I always forget. The thing is the truth of the matter... honestly... From the heart, love you, Mother Earth. From the heart, I always forget. So if I'm at Trader Joe's, I'm getting paper bags. If I'm at Vaughn's, which I never go to Vaughn's, I get those nice, thick, new age, top tier plastic bags. What the fuck were we doing in like the 90s, early 2000s with these? They said like thank you on the side. The thin plastic bags. Like, these new ones, if you know, the girls that get it. Like, the new ones are so nice and they can hold so much weight. And it's like, aren't we trying to like not use as much plastic now? But I feel like those are like 10 times as much the amount of plastic as those old bags. They're great. But if I'm ever at like Vaughn's, I usually get those. Let me just answer the question. I'm doing paper. If I'm at Costco, I'm getting boxes. You know what I mean? But that wasn't an option. How do you go to the grocery store? Car, subway, on foot, combination of different transport or other car. What is your dietary preference? Vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, carnivore, other? Carnivore. Do you buy any frozen food? Hell yeah. This is almost done. Which snack would you pick? More. This is the fun question. Shatacoot, chocolat, potato chip, newts, ice cream. What snack am I picking? Like today, if I could eat one of these snacks. I wish there was crackers or something. Charcuterie? Go potato chips. Yeah. How do you pay? Cash, debit card, EBT, store credit, store card, Apple Pay? Isn't an option? Other. Do you buy organic food? Oh, something about me. So I only bought organic food for like all of my 20s up until like 2 years ago. And now I'm like learning about I learned about organic food and now I'm like not as OCD about it. So yes, I buy it. Do I buy all organic? No, but that's not the options. I'll just say yes. Finally, if you needed finally, if you need Finally, if you needed to pick only one packaged food, which one would it be? What the fuck? Sushi, soup, roasted chicken, eggplant spread, mac and cheese, roasted chicken all the way. Fuck you. Oh my god. Answer these 10 questions and we'll reveal which grocery store you're most like. Big surprise, everyone. I got Walmart. You value convenience and like to get all your errands done at once. You always leave with more than you needed. Yeah, me at TJMAXX yesterday. I mean, that's true. I now with shopping and how much I don't enjoy going into stores, I like a one-stop shop like Walmart. You can go in and shop for clothing, food, plants, dog stuff, car thing, like oil for your car, or hunting gear. I don't even. You can buy guns. Well, I'm gleeking. You can buy guns. You can buy. What else can you buy? Makeup, tampons. What else is notebooks? I love Walmart. Walmart's great. Haven't been there in months. I don't even know the last time I was there, but cool. Great way to end the show, Jacqueline. Nicely done. All right, that's it. Episode 314. What happened? We started. Let's recap. I talked about how annoyed I was with my environment and just like the things going like that were stressing me out. We talked about Kendrick Lamar's new album and how it wasn't the vibe on the treadmill this morning, so I switched the song to Buck in Here. And I don't know. We talked about Goodwill shopping with Jake Paul's fashion sense in mind. Jesus Christ. We talked about Buffalo, New York shooting, kind of. I don't even know. I should pull my notes here. Oh, the burrito mystery. I didn't mention this. Oh, we talked about TJMAXX. I took Jimmy to the beach yesterday, and he's 1.5 years and just started swimming. So that's some big news to end the episode. He's a pro doggy paddler, and it was so cute because he like figured out that he wasn't drowning. Like he got pretty far in. He's like he was going really fast with his paws, and all of a sudden it started going slower and slower, and he was just like keeping his head up, and he wasn't getting out. He went back and forth for like a couple minutes and was just enjoying himself, and it was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I felt like it was like watching a kid walk for the first time. What the fuck? I've never felt more happy or just more full in my life than seeing him figure out how to swim. Because, normally, I'm talking about my dog again. I'm not ending the episode. Normally at the beach, he would like jump in the water with the dogs, but they'd all swim out to the wall or whatever and like all chase it. He'd always stay in the shallow end, and he couldn't swim. So now it's like he can participate with the big kids, with the pro swimmers. And I don't know, I'm just really excited about that. It was so cute. I did a little post on my Instagram of it. You can see him swimming. Yeah, he's asleep right now. He's a good boy. All right, that's it. Please go ahead and, first of all, thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I don't really know what this episode was, but I had fun. I hope you had fun. I hope you feel better now that you listened to it. Hope your depression is cured. Yeah, thanks for taking the time to be here. Means a lot to me. Thanks for your support. And yeah, let's end the show with all my plugs. Go ahead and first, please subscribe to the show. wherever you're listening right now, Stitcher, Spotify, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Breaker, Google Podcasts. I'm everywhere that you can listen to podcasts. I think I'm on 10 platforms. Subscribe wherever you're listening right now. Review the show. I love when you guys review the show. I like when you write things about the show on the Apple Podcast app. It would be amazing if you would review the show. That really helps me out. If there's one thing you could do right now to help me and help the podcast, make me super famous, it would be to review the show and gas me up with a nice little blurb about how much I change your life each episode and shit. Review the show, subscribe to the podcast. Let's connect on LinkedIn. I'm there. I'm kidding. Follow me on Instagram at Jacqueline Monroe. Can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I feel like no one watches my YouTube, but I have 101 subscribers. If you made it this far, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Patreon. Oh my God, never plug Patreon. I forget. Patreon.com/TJMS is my subscription service if you want to support the show. It's $5 a month. Go check it out. Patreon.com/TJMS. It's like I just entertained you for the last hour and whatever 30 here. That's just a guess. Maybe it's actually an hour 30. I'd be impressed if I got that. If I feel like it's an hour 30 right now. So I just entertained you for the last hour and a half. So think of my Patreon like the same way. How do I influence you right now to pay me $5 a month? Okay, wait, hold on. So I entertained you for an hour and a half. So basically think of me as a waitress at a restaurant you just ate at. And the Patreon is a tip. The $5 Patreon donation, it's a tip. The Patreon this week is my tip jar. I'm a waitress. I just served you. And yeah, check it out. Oh my God. I'm not a good businesswoman here. Patreon.com. Jacqueline, don't talk shit about yourself. You're doing great. Patreon.com/TJMS. If you want to support the show, go check it out. I think that's it. I'm going to go eat my burnt chicken and rice and broccoli. And I'm going to wake up with a six-pack tomorrow. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. Bikini season is not a season, motherfuckers. And here's some great advice to end the show for all you fat asses out there. I literally can't talk. I cannot talk. Holy shit. I'm so rude. Like, it's easier to stay lean than to get lean. Like, just stay fit. It's not that hard. Just like stay consistent with eating healthy. And at the end of the day, it's all about feeling good, and you'll feel better, and you'll have more energy. You'll be more productive. You'll be happier. Like, everything's going to be better. Just eat your vegetables and just stay lean so you don't have to get lean. Nothing's worse than feeling like, oh my, this is literally like a pep talk for myself. It's Sunday night. We got the week ahead. I try to keep it tight during the week, diet wise. And, there's like nothing worse than feeling like, oh, I need to get in shape again. Like, fuck, I had that experience. Guys, this is coming from someone that was 20 pounds heavier, during the pandemic than I am now. And, I took my time taking it off or just getting back into shape, but nothing's that worse than having that like feeling like, oh, I need to lose all this weight. Stay lean so you don't have to get lean. That's actually a Mike Chandler. God, he just had an amazing knockout. Jesus Christ. This is not the end of the episode. That's a Mike Chandler quote. He posted a story one time of one of his sponsored meals or some like meal delivery service he gets. He like posted a picture of it. I think it was like some ground turkey and some other bullshit. And he wrote stay lean so you don't have to get lean. That's literally in my head all the time. Looking good and looking good, or it's important, you know? It's all about, what am I saying? How do I end the show? Yeah. Feeling good, looking good, looking good, feeling good. Give a fuck, okay? I'm not body positive. I'm not into these. Okay, that's another topic for another episode. Jacqueline in the show. Yeah, give a fuck, try hard, work out, eat healthy. Your body is your temple. Treat it well. Fucking love yourself, okay? You're worth it, okay? You're worth it. And don't forget that, okay? I love you. Thanks for being here. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.